host, Kendall, and this is my co-host,
Autumn.
And I'm proud to be here for the first episode ever of Friday Midday Live. Now, for those of you who've been watching since the very beginning, I have a surprise for you. In a well-thought-out idea by the writers, we will be introducing a new segment tonight thought to be funny, inspirational, and most importantly, factual. So we'll see how this goes. And tonight, introducing to you, Back in Time with FML.
This episode we will be going back in time of the Renaissance, a time period described as rebirth of the classics, the way of the Greek and Romans. Along the way, we'll be meeting some important thinkers of the time period, including Galileo, Leonardo da Vinci, Leon Battista Alberti, Francesco Petrarch, and Lorenzo de Medici. It will be based on facts with the Godel FML spin. Don't go too far, the one and only Allie Wensler is here. Let's get this party started after the break.
Have you ever wanted to become experienced in many different fields and become a well-rounded individual, just like Leon Battista Alberti and Leonardo da Vinci?
Well, lucky for you, there's a perfect place for you to reach these goals at the Renaissance Man College.
Leon Battista Alberti, best known for being a well-rounded person, also attended this college.
Along with Alberti, Leonardo da Vinci also went to this school and is now one of the most successful artists of all time. It's just a great place to learn.
At the Renaissance Man College, there are opportunities for you to become experienced in many different areas.
Such as
What do you think you're doing? I'm the prototype for a Renaissance man and I'm experienced in many different fields. I obviously decided need to go first.
Do you know who my family is? I'm the most wealthy and powerful person you've ever talked to.
Compared to my perfection in designing churches and palaces out of Legos and pillow forts effective against Nerf cannons, your reasoning means absolutely nothing.
You guys are speaking nonsense. I think the real genius should go down first. I don't recall hearing any of you excelling in math, physics, and astronomy.
What a nerd. I think I should go down the slide before any of you. I've perfected my own art.
You shouldn't even be talking, Leonardo. You've dissected bodies in your free time.
Yeah.
Dissecting bodies obviously worked. I painted the famous Mona Lisa and Last Supper. What makes you think you deserve to go first?
That shouldn't even be a question. I perfected in my own literature. I've taken my own free time and studied the classics to improve my own. Also, not to mention, I am considered the father of humanism.
Did you guys forget I'm here? I'm an artist in many fields. And I'm very passionate about the only one of us that thinks that is you. I'm the father of modern science and have spent my whole entire career looking for new ways to study philosophy. Boom.
Guys, we've been arguing this entire time. We could have gone down the slide multiple times already. What a waste.
I agree, honestly. All of our different perfections in different fields make us not better than one, but better as a whole. We should just all go down together. Go! We're going as a train!
There were 204 days of the Renaissance ages, and the Italians come along just to end it. So the annual problem for their generation is finding a good way to spend it.
Like baby.
Building your future, painting a picture, solving some math problems, discovering how to write literature, or finding the solar system. opening a library, dissecting bodies, or locating Lorenzo's poetry.
It's over here.
Finding a cipher, painting the Vitruvian manner, perfecting your own work. As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do before the rain starts to fall. So stick with us, cause the Renaissance man is gonna do it all. So stick with us, cause the Renaissance man is gonna do it all.
Guys, Leonardo da Vinci is making a title sequence. Well, a lot happened this time period concerning our favorite Renaissance men.
Lorenzo de' Medici, a wealthy and well-known patron of the arts, was almost murdered Easter Sunday of 1478 while trying to look for eggs left by the Easter Bunny.
This tragic incident has been labeled by the press as the Pazzi conspiracy, after one of the leaders of the assassination group, Francisco de' Pazzi, a known hater of the Medici family who was trying to seize control of the Florentine government.
Sadly, there was one fatality. Lorenzo's brother, Giuliano, was killed, but the man himself made it away with only a minor shoulder wound, which should heal quite quickly with a bottle of French wine and a money sling.
This is truly an unfortunate event, but hopefully it sends an important lesson that you should not hoard power or go Easter egg hunting unarmed. Be safe out there, kids. In 1633, Galileo Galilei was sent to trial in Rome against the church over suspicions of his new book, Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World System, which you can find at your nearest Barnes & Noble, supported a heliocentric universe.
He denied this, but since the church had already gotten its panties in a bunch and can't back down, he was given a life sentence on house arrest on claim that he was suspected of heresy.
You'd have to be illiterate not to realize he's clearly supporting a heliocentric universe, but somehow the church bought it. I mean, come on. If he only hadn't been so stubborn and had to put his own name out into the world, he wouldn't be supporting an ankle bracelet until he lands on his deathbed.
And finally, the weirdest story yet, Leonardo da Vinci, a renowned painter, architect, and inventor, was spotted exiting a morgue on several occasions from 1510 to 1513. Upon further investigations by our very own private investigator, we found some very disturbing information. What did you learn, Otto?
It is a very chilling case, one that I think is a spawn of insanity.
That is quite the accusation. Are you saying that Leo, the greatest artist of all time, was insane?
Not exactly, and this is my own personal opinion, but the way he went about this was quite weird. Leo would go in the dead of night bringing with him only a notebook and was often wearing a heavy cloak.
That is very suspicious. I mean, I know not many people go out in the dead of night to a morgue to throw ragers, so he must have been doing something insane. I know body's insane.
Afterwards, I talked to the morgue attendant and they said Leonardo would cut up open bodies and study skeletons, muscles, the brain, and organs. Sometimes some of these things would even be missing.
How disgusting. How disgusting. Give me a bucket, I'm gonna bomb.
I questioned Leonardo one night after I caught him exiting the morgue, which was no easy task. You would be surprised how fast the dude walks. Here's a clip.
I have one question.
Anywho, I asked him why he was cutting up dead bodies, and he replied, and I quote, "I need to be the best. No, the greatest. Yeah, the greatest. And in order to do so, a man has to do what a man has to do. And if that means dissecting bodies, so be it. It's all in the name of science. So bugger off and stop following me, you creep."
Me, the creep? I mean, the audacity of some. I don't care who the guy is. He's the one chopping open skulls and body cavities so he can fulfill his twisted need to be the best.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I think my stomach has settled.
Well, there you've had it. You've had a brilliant man forced into an ankle monitor, a rich patron almost assassinated, and a crazed but amazing artist slicing and dicing corpse for art. Let's hope next time our destination isn't as wild as this one, Leo.
Yeah, let's hope. I don't think I can handle any more crazy people. Until next week, good night.
What is up, my science nerds? I'm Galileo Galilei, the discoverer, the creator, and the founder of the heliocentric universe. Well, I guess you could say it was God or something that created it, but we ain't giving them credit after the whole ankle bracelet incident.
My guy, back up to the face. As I was saying, the heliocentric universe revolves around the sun rather than the earth, and as crazy as it seems, due to the church's brainwashing, it is true, and I proved it with my telescope that I invented that can blow things up, zoom them in, however you want to explain it, up to 20 times larger. Crazy, I know. Anyway, back to the heliocentric universe. This model is known by many. Sure, y'all have heard of it. As I tell anybody and everybody, gotta get my name out there somehow. It works is the sun has all the planets revolving around it. Anyway, science stuff is so advanced these days. I'm spreading my information any way possible. That is why I'm doing this here commercial. So 10 out of 10 will recommend buying the heliocentric model based off of my discoveries. That is quite genius. And thank God, wait, I meant science, for my big brain. The way the model works is the sun is the center and the planets all revolve around the sun due to its pull, or the force of gravity, which hasn't been discovered yet, but will be in 1687 by my man Newton, and my science helped him discover it, so I think I should get some credit. But anywho, I realized this when I saw the 4 big huge mammoth moons orbiting Jupiter, not the sun, which was what that old man Aristotle or something, I'm not quite sure as he's irrelevant, that's what he was trying to prove. What is up, my science nerds? I'm Galileo Galilei, the discoverer, the creator, and the founder of the heliocentric universe. Well, I guess you could say it was God or something that created it, but we ain't giving them credit after the whole ankle bracelet incident. My guy, back up to the face. As I was saying, the heliocentric universe revolves around the sun rather than the earth, and as crazy as it seems, due to the church's brainwashing, it is true, and I proved it with my telescope that I invented that can blow things up, zoom them in, however you want to explain it, up to 20 times larger. Crazy, I know. Anyway, back to the heliocentric universe. This model is known by many. Sure, y'all have heard of it. As I tell anybody and everybody, gotta get my name out there somehow. It works is the sun has all the planets revolving around it. Anyway, science stuff is so advanced these days. I'm spreading my information any way possible. That is why I'm doing this here commercial. So 10 out of 10 will recommend buying the heliocentric model based off of my discoveries. That is quite genius. And thank God, wait, I meant science, for my big brain. The way the model works is the sun is the center and the planets all revolve around the sun due to its pull, or the force of gravity, which hasn't been discovered yet, but will be in 1687 by my man Newton, and my science helped him discover it, so I think I should get some credit. But anywho, I realized this when I saw the 4 big huge mammoth moons orbiting Jupiter, not the sun, which was what that old man Aristotle or something, I'm not quite sure as he's irrelevant, that's what he was trying to prove.
Well, it seems our time together is coming to an end. In this episode with Back in Time with FML, we took a trip back in time to the Renaissance to meet some very important thinkers: Galileo Galilei, Leonardo da Vinci, Leon Battista Alberti, Francesco Petrarch, and Lorenzo de' Medici. We got to learn some of these important thinkers' accomplishments that have influenced us today. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we hope you join us next week in the next episode of FML.